Everyone, Michael here with Central Valley MAT. And if you spend a lot of time sitting, driving, or commuting, and your work is at a desk, this one is for you. And so let's talk about what is happening to your spine when you sit down for too long and then what you can do about it. So what happens when we sit for too long? The muscles that attach to your spine, your core, the things that stabilize and protect it start to shut off because we're not using it. And that can create a building up of pressure in the lower back or the hips, even in the shoulders. And over time, that can cause stiffness and tightness, or even things like sciatic discomfort. And so your spine is constantly dealing with gravity, which is a good thing. But when you don't have the support in your muscles, in the muscles that connect to your spine, it can start to ache. And why this matters is that your nervous system can adapt really quick, really fast. And if you don't use those muscles, it stops calling them. It stops asking them to be used. And so what we're going to do is offer you some light isometric activations, being able to lightly remind those muscles and use them in certain positions of how to stabilize and support your spine. And it's more about waking things up, not necessarily working them to exhaustion, just reminding them, hey, we need you to be able to support this thing in certain positions. And so I want to introduce the driver's seat core activation. And again, this is something that's great for commuters, whether you're traveling or anyone that's sitting for long periods of time. It's going to take about less than a minute to do, and there's no equipment that's needed. It helps you re-engage your core and decompress your spine. The muscles actually decompress your spine when you engage and use them. So before you start, you can be at work. If you're at work, I would recommend standing up and sitting down once or twice before you begin these isometrics to reset your posture and relieve some compression. And then if you're in a car, you can do this either safely while you're parked or you're stopped at a red light, or if you're a passenger in the car. And the key is going to be to do small, consistent resets during your day. Maybe every 30 minutes to an hour, somewhere starting in there. And so how to do it is going to be where I'm going to link videos that are going to walk you through how to execute these two spinal isometrics. One is going to be for spinal rotation, and the other is going to be for spinal flexion. So you'll get the information and links to the videos on how to execute that. The important thing is while you're doing these exercises, you want to keep it at a very, very light intensity, thinking about 10 to 20% of all of your effort. And then you'll hold these isometrics for 10 to 15 seconds. So again, it'll be a light squeeze and hold for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then repeating multiple times, maybe 2 to 3 times, especially if there's one for each side. And again, the goal is to engage and lightly squeeze these muscles that support your spine at a very light intensity multiple times throughout the day, or if you feel those symptoms in your lower back, your hips, or your shoulders. I recommend watching these videos so you can see the proper form as well as common mistakes to avoid. And why this helps is it activates the abdominal and back muscles to, again, support your spine, which can help you choose better posture and positions and give you some more comfort and try to get you out of some of those symptoms of constant compression in your back during long drives or during long work sessions. So in closing, think of this as almost like a movement snack for your spine. Quick, light, effective exercises. Try it a few times today, and then notice how your back feels by the end of the week. And again, it'll be that consistency of doing it a few times throughout the day, and then continuing to do that throughout the week, or just when you start to feel those symptoms creeping in. So again, I will link those isometric videos and the resources in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. And then along with my Hope Notes newsletter, if you'd like more weekly tips like this. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you move in strength and live with hope.